It's all about qualifying for the 32 single elimination stage. We have just witnessed a classic where Ko Pin Han finally got over the line against Mohamed Bui, 9-7. And now we're going to see one of the young guns from Hong Kong, Lo Ho Sum, lost in the final of this year's World Pool Masters to Joshua Filler, but he's really making a name for himself in the world of 9-ball. His opponent from Vietnam is Dang Hong Hui. On paper, we would maybe say Lo Ho Sum is favourite, but that is just basically on paper.
Yeah, in a tournament like this, or it's really anyone's game, right? I mean, anybody has a chance in this. So, on paper, yeah, sure, I agree with you there, Carl.
After the opening couple of racks, we'll probably get a bit more of an idea where Dang's game is at. See if we can give Lo Ho Sum a real challenge in this match.
All right, no time wasted. We're underway.
Lo Ho Sum to break in rack 1. Race to 9. No cut break for Lo. He went straight down the nose.
It was a nice break. Well, very well spread, but unfortunately no shot on the 2-ball.
Here comes the push out. Just deciding on which side of the table he wants to roll the cue ball to. If you are a new viewer and you've never watched 9-ball pool, after the break, the next shot is what we call a push out. So there you see Lo Ho Sum just rolls the cue ball down the bottom side of the table near the corner pocket. But now his opponent can either play this shot or he can give it back to Lo Ho Sum. So that will give you an indication on what to do on the push out or the roll out, what they say in America.
You
don't want to roll the cue ball behind the ball, do you? Because obviously you're going to get that right back. So a little bit of cat and mouse games on the push out. So Dang spotted something because he's getting straight down. Is he having a go at this?
Looks like it.
This looks tricky.
It really does. You know, he could try to pocket the 2, but he might run into the 4, might pocket the 4. He can obviously play defense and come behind the 9 with a cue. Looks like he went to pocket the 2. Very nice.
Yeah, he's done well there because them shots, playing it into a blind pocket, that's where you can't really see the pocket in your eye line. And we've all butchered them over the years. Well, I have. I'm sure you have, Eddie, as well.
Absolutely. More times than I want to talk about.
Another little tester. Passed with flying colours, so this is a good start from Lo Ho Sum. I know we're only 2 shots in, but
we know what happens when I set something 2 shots in. He missed the 3rd ball.
Well, if he misses this one after you saying it, you are a jinx, my man.
No kidding, huh?
Maybe wanted a bit more angle on this orange 5, because now he might have to roll through. There you see where he's pointing with his cue.
Yeah, he's a bit forced to play the short side of the 7. You know, I don't think he wanted to, but I think he has to now because of the position he had on the 5. which he does, gives himself a pretty good angle to come behind the 9, or yeah, behind the 9 and back up table for the 8. It's going to have to be a nice smooth stroke on this one for sure. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got a nice cue action as low ho some. Stays very still, cues right through the middle of his eye line, and just like that he's going to take the opening rack.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be a little bit different than the last one we called, just because one mistake, and I don't think you can afford to make a mistake in this kind of match. You know, I think the opponent's not going to let you back on the table here. At least that's what we saw from rack number 1 with low ho.
Just 24 years of age, low ho some from Hong Kong. And what a run he had at this year's World Pool Masters. Getting to the final, beating some quality opposition as well. Unfortunately for him, ended up losing out to Joshua Filler in the final. But it really was a great week, and kind of broke onto the world stage a little bit this year as well. He had a decent run at the World Championships. He's been spending a little bit of time in Scotland with Kelly Fisher. And in the second round, or the opening round, he had to play a prelim match at the World Pool Masters. So in the first round, he actually beat your countryman Shane Van Boon in 7-6. He knocked Shane out of the World Pool Masters.
Wow. Oh. Well, doesn't have a shot in the 1. Let's see. Oh, he's looking to bring the jump stick out. No push. Getting aggressive.
Well, this is aggressive.
He's only jumping over, looks like half the ball of the 2, but I'm a bit surprised he's not doing a push out here. And that's why.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's one of the most incredible jump shots I've ever seen in my life. The cue ball there was obscene. Wow.
Unfortunately, it doesn't get any easier. Now he's going to have to kick the 2.
And just like that, he sat back down. But at least he's not left a pot, so it could have been worse. You have to play a safety. Cue ball needs to miss the 9. He didn't miss the 9, but he's okay because them other 2 balls have helped lay the snooker.
Yeah, it's not getting easier for him at the moment. Missed the 2-rail kick, giving a ball in hand on the 2. You see any problems here? I really don't.
No, I think when all the balls are in the open, especially with ball in hand, he can just get this cue ball where he wants.
Yeah.
Which will offer easier position for this red 3. He's going to need an angle on the red 3. But I'm sure he'll achieve that, and then he can get back up table for the purple 4.
Yeah, the 8 ball's a little bit of a blocker to get to the 4, but not much, huh? It's pretty nice.
How's the pace looking? Looked a little pacey, but it's actually okay. These tables are just playing a hair slower than what we're used to seeing. That's a good thing though. That just means your position, your angles are going to have to be a little bit better. Otherwise you're going to have to start forcing the ball.
He's taking his time with this one a little bit.
Going to draw the cue ball back off this left rail, back out. Needs to get past that green 6. Needs to get past the green 6. So we're seeing some mistakes here on the opening day. Just put a little bit of left spin on the cue ball. If it had drawn the cue ball with no spin, it probably would have just missed the 6. So now he's got a kick at this 5.
Not bad at all. I mean, he leaves himself open to a safety behind the 8, right? But overall, could be worse.
Yeah, I suppose it might buy him a little bit more time, another shot at the table, but you feel like this safety shot is more than on. Just running the 5 past the 9 a little bit. The cue ball on the back rail. Has he under it this? He has. Wow. Mistake. Things are looking grim for Dang at the moment. Couple of chances.
Whoa. We have seen a couple misses here, a couple mistakes, but this one might be the biggest one because Dangles now has a wide open shot on the 5 and should be easy shape for the 6. Decided not to go 2 rails with that one.
A little bit of distance here. Cue ball needs to keep going. It's not hard enough. He's going to have to play a bank if he wants to win this rack in this shot. Maybe he can cut it, but it's very thin.
Very thin, yeah. Wow. Left the cue all the way down table. But yeah, he did decide to go with the cut. And wasn't thin enough. Wasn't where it was supposed to be. Still all the way down table. Not an easy shot on the 9-ball.
No, it's a shot he probably never felt like he was going to come back to the table with. So at least he's got this shot, but this is not easy.
Nails it.
Yeah, it was a good putt in the end.
Yeah.
Took a couple of chances from Low Ho Sum. Somehow he's won rack number 2. I'm not sure how, but he has. And if you're Low Ho Sum and you sat in your chair, well, you've got to be happy with what you've seen so far.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's been his breakout year on the circuit, certainly on the Matchroom pool calendar. For Low Ho Sum. Maybe before he was a little bit of an unknown to us all, but he's shown us this year what he can do.
Yeah, I'd say he's not an unknown anymore, right? Not after making it to the finals. Watch out, Q. Okay, Q just stays out of the pocket. Has a shot on the 1 on the side. Probably need to come 2 rails to get a shot on the 2.
Yeah, he's just trying to navigate a path where he misses the 9 from the brown 7.
Yeah, being so close to the rail like that doesn't help either. Looks like a portion of the ball is actually in the pocket.
Obviously feels like he's going to hit one of them balls, otherwise he'd have played this shot by now.
Oh, look at this. Jacked up quite high end. Yep, you called it. He's probably thinking about from the second he saw that ball that he might run into the 7 or the 9. Sure enough, ran into the 7. Still has a shot on the 2, just a little bit more difficult than what he wanted.
Well, he was trying to come with something there, wasn't he? What a shot he was attempting there.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted to come all the way back table to get the shot for the 4 ball in the corner pocket, but I'm a bit surprised. Uh-oh, it's going to be in some traffic here. Yeah, that's not the leave he was looking for. Real tucked up in -7 now. It's going to be real tough to even make contact with the 4.
How do you hit this ball?
No kidding. Looks like at least 3 rails.
You You're just literally in a world of trouble here. You can't play a shot where you're tying a ball up. This will reverse spin off this rail.
Oh.
Won't reverse spin out of that pocket, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
He was in a world of trouble there.
There's not much you can do on that shot. That was a tough one. Well, let's see Loho Sum get out if you can. I'm sure it'd be nice to see a 5-ball run here. There's been a couple mistakes in the first 2 racks. Be nice to get back on a rhythm here in the third.
Just before this match started, I was out there and I was having a quick little chat with Loho Sum, and he was saying it's very cold out there. He wasn't happy with the aircon. It was blowing really cold air out.
Well, we're here in Singapore, so usually people complain about the opposite, it being too hot. So I am not complaining about being a little cold here. You step 1 foot outside and it's pretty humid out there.
The opening 3 racks, well, they've all gone the way we anticipated, and that is the way to Hong Kong's Loho Sum. Dang Hoang Hoi. Well, it's been a disaster start. Decent match starting out on table number 4. Chang Yulong, who we've seen open up the day's play with a 9-2 win over Lee Han Kang. He's playing Naoki Oi, Japan's, well, favourite player, the character, whichever way you want to look at it. So that's a good match starting out.
Absolutely.
That's winners round 2. Jeffrey DeLuna is also starting. He's another fan favourite, the Filipino left-hander.
Looks like he had a pretty good opening round there, didn't he? 1-9-1. Oh, and Aloysius Yap is up. Coming up pretty soon at 6 p.m. All right. Against Johan Chua. That should be a really good match. Looking forward to seeing that one.
Well, this is a bright cue he's got. Where's he got this from? Oh, my word. Look at this. Well, the pink cue seems to have worked out very nice indeed. Look at this. He's potted a ball and he's got a shot on the 1.
Come around. Let's see. 3 rails. Yep. Come out for the 2. It's got a pretty clean rack here. I think the 3 to the 4 might be the only tough. Well, yeah, how he's going to get onto the 4 from here is the only real trouble. Outside of that, we might see Dang Huang Hui on the board.
It might be okay. He might be able to send the cue ball 4 rails and play for the purple 4 into the pocket where that 5 ball is the orange 5. So let's see where the cue ball goes. 1, 2, 3. I think it's coming round nicely.
Oh, kiss off the 9. No kiss.
Oh, at first glance I thought it was going to be alright, but it's just pulled up a little bit too short.
Yep.
He's swapped hands. He's playing this lefty.
Great shot.
Needs a cue ball to stop though.
Slow down, cue. Just enough. Good job avoiding the 9. May have wanted to come a little bit further up table, but still has a pretty good shot on the 6, I think.
I believe he's lost the cue ball a little bit there. Maybe a little bit too hard.
You think so? Oh yeah, you're right. Sure did.
I mean, he's still okay, but you never know. I mean, the pockets are playing pretty generous. We've seen a few shots from this angle where it just catches that rail. It's still sliding in the pocket. It's grabbing it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know where to put his bridge on, though, does he? He's a bit in between here.
Wow, you said it. He looked a little bit uneasy with that bridge and never really got steady. And he looked like he kind of popped up a little bit on that shot too. A little fortunate with the leave. Left a bank or possibly a defense, but not an easy out.
I like Loho-san going for the bank shot here.
Yeah. Got 3 racks up right now. Could be a little. Well, he went for it.
Missed it by a long way as well.
Yeah. Whoa, did not expect that. And that's going to cost him because he's going to give Loho-san a beautiful shot on the 8 ball right in the corner pocket. Looks like he's grabbing the extension. Now, Carl, is every extension about the same length?
No, there are different extension lengths that are out there. Some players in the modern era are actually playing with the extension on the back of the cue full time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
is there any restrictions on how long your cue can be?
that is a good question. I'm probably the wrong man to ask. I probably would say there's not, but maybe they should.
Well, if anyone's listening, I'd love to know the answer.
Well, I know Earl Strickland seemed to start the trend, didn't he, using the super long cue, and now I know Shane uses it. Jason Shaw.
Jason Shaw, yeah, absolutely he does. Well, with that extension, helped him get the 4-0 advantage there.
Some players are also using like a mini extension just to make the cue a tiny bit longer. Maybe make it like 60-inch long. Standard pool cue is 58 inches.
Okay.
Maybe 57. I think 58.
Yeah, the extension is pretty common here in Singapore. You see a lot of players using it. Like you said, full time too. Not just playing with it as their normal playing cue, which I have never gotten used to myself, but a lot of players do. Up 4-0 and the break. Loho-san. Solid break. Looks like 2 balls getting out of the way for the 1 ball.
Yeah, this is nice. 6 ball is going to be the problem ball. Doesn't pass that 8.
Doesn't look like it, but we'll see how he gets shaped with the 5. I will say though, Deng Huanghui needs this rack, otherwise it might be a very quick match.
I fear the worst.
Yeah, yeah. You reckon he's going to bump the 8 right now? Get the 8 ball out of the way?
I think that would have been his plan on the previous shot to get a nice angle, just because where the 4 ball is sat.
Yeah, he can make the 4 ball from anywhere, right? So if you're able to take the 8 ball out of the way, might as well do it now. Let's see if he goes for it.
I think because he's got up and down a couple of times, he knows he has to force the cue ball over towards the 8 now. It's not a natural path. And he doesn't want to slide off that 8 and scratch in the corner.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Bumped it. Looks like just enough to give a path for the 6.
He's having a good look.
Hmm.
That camera angle tells me it will sneak past.
I think so too. He's not in love with it, but I think it'll go.
Yeah, you can play that into the rail. That pocket will swallow it up, I'm convinced.
I think so.
Got to make sure he gets back out up table. We've seen a lot of these shots fall a little short so far.
Hit it soft, but good speed.
I think he's got to travel twice across now.
Yeah, I think you might have wanted to be a little more up table, just to pop the little bottom on the 5. Have an easy shot for the 6, but you're right. I think he has to go back and forth now, right? Yeah. He's not happy with it.
How do you hit this ball?
Absolutely beautifully. Wasn't happy with taking that 6 in the same pocket as the 8. So I want to come back around, and beautiful shot.
I think he's underhit that ball. I think he wanted to come further out.
A little bit of an angle here. It's going to be not an easy shot, but one I do see him making.
Yeah, he's got a little tester.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's a lot easier when you're 4-0 up, though.
Make that 5-0.
Yeah, our pre-match favourite was, of course, Low Ho Sum, and he's not disappointed. He's won the opening 5 racks. His opponent, well, has looked a little shaky at times.
Yeah, Low Ho Sum's got to be feeling pretty good at 5-0.
This event is brought to you by the APF, sanctioned by Matchroom Pool. If you want to check out all the pool information, head over to matchroompool.com. You can check out the latest rankings, the up and coming tournaments. Oh, did you see the cue ball? It got kicked and it was going to scratch, and then it hit the one, and it still followed through into the corner pocket.
One of those matches, I suppose, for Dang Huang Lui.
Orange 5 ball at the bottom. Looks like it only goes in the bottom right corner, and it's actually the purple 5 up on the top right corner, so getting from that ball to the orange is going to be the big problem.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to get on the left side of the 3 to potentially break up this ball, break up the 5-6 cluster, and still have a shot at the 4. Be a pretty aggressive shot, but up 5-0, he can afford to be aggressive here. I was putting bottom on it, maybe not. No, I decided just to take the 4 ball. Yep, let's see how he gets shape on the 4 to the 5 though. He's got the right angle.
Loho Sum is currently ranked 48 on the Matchroom Pool live rankings.
Great shot. Just enough to get shape for the 5. Very nice.
Cue ball looks like it's going to be just running into the 6.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He knows that 6 ball might come up table a little bit and not give him a shot. Oh, he played with a good enough speed to still keep the 6 ball playable. Still has a shot.
Just talking to himself there. He's wondering, can I hold this off the 1 rail, or do I need to spin the cue ball round the table off 3?
Oh, maybe talking a little too much, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. Did not give Dang Huang a shot.
How did I miss that ball? Baffled as he sits in his chair. Just playing off the edge here, sending the cue ball long. That's lacked a lot of pace. splitting the cue ball and the 6. I knew he had the 8 and the 9 ball. There's 2 big balls, 2 big blockers.
Yeah, now he's going to have to go with the 2-row kick here. I just feel a little bit for Deng here. It's like every other shot's been a kick or a jump or a, you know, he just hasn't had his fair shake at the table in quite some time. Scratch off the break to start this game. Just been a little bit tricky for him. Hasn't caught a rhythm. Hey, there you go.
Well, that will help. Can he get something going off the back of that?
Well, not an easy one here on the 9. Probably going to take it in the side. He's eyeing the corner pocket for a thin cut. Looks like he's going for the cut. And nails it. Well, he's on the board. Just what he needed.
A little fortunate, but it was a good 9 ball. Carlo Biardo, he's playing in this round as well. He's playing Arun. Jeffrey DeLuna's match is underway. Not really sure what the scores are. Live scoring seems to be down. So if you are checking Digital Pool, we apologise for that.
Loho Sam has had a pretty solid break day today. Let's see if he continues.
Nice cue ball control there, parked it in the centre of the table.
He's got a shot on the 1, but it's going to have to be a 1-6 combo if he chooses to take it.
Yeah, the thing is, if he pots the 6 ball, he's trying to get on the 1 ball. That's the issue. He'd have to get the cue ball back off the top rail and back down. If he didn't, maybe the 1 would bank past the 7, depending on where they end up laying up. You kind of want to shoot the combo, but in the back of your mind, you feel like, well, what's my shot after?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just, you're just pushed into a shot though. Sometimes you feel like you've no choice, even though you might be sat behind it thinking, well, this is not really the shot. Sometimes it's hard to see a safety. This is what he's struggling with now. Well, he's hit this ball altogether.
Yeah. Like you said, it looked like he was just struggling with what's the right shot here, and he ended up taking a shot that may have been a bit rushed.
I think he's got to be a little bit careful not to try and get too you know, too overly complicate things, just because we've not seen a great deal from his opponent where we feel like he's going to run the match out and just play unbelievable. So, you know, a lot of people think you should just play the table, don't worry about your opponent, but I believe that's wrong. I think you should play your opponent.
I do too. I do too. I mean, when you play your opponent, it allows you to understand when you can let out your stroke, when you can be a little cautious, when you can play a little safe. You know, I think sometimes you do have to really understand who your opponent is. Oh, it looks like he's going with the jump stick. Oh, I know he can see the two, but I thought he had enough to pocket. Looks like he has to jump over, which is a really tight jump.
Yeah, it's going into a big pocket from that angle, so he'll fancy this. Even if he does pop this.
Wow, yeah.
I don't fancy the shot he's going to be faced with next one. Look,
Exactly.
This is unreal. Well, it's not a foul.
It's not a foul. He hit a rail. Not how he visioned the shot to go, but
yeah, if he had a foul, then that would have meant Loho Sun could put the cue ball anywhere where he wants and try and find the perfect angle to get on this three or move them out.
ooh.
Just not quite happening at the minute. Is there a combo? Can he put the 7 using the green 6?
It looks like it might go, but it's a tough shot, that's for sure. I think it might be his only shot. Yeah, just a little bit off. What do you think, Carl? You think he goes for the carom here? You think he plays a little safety, maybe? The carom's tough because you don't really know where the Q and the 3 is going to line up after that.
I think Dang is a little unpredictable. It's hard to know what shot he's going to take on.
There we go.
Yeah, but that is a good shot.
Yeah.
Had to go rail first,
Mm-hmm.
which he did. From 5-0 up, Loho Sun, well, the wheels have started to fall off for some reason.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it could be 2-5 race right here. That one sounded funny, but it was hit perfect. Let's put in a little extra layer of chalk. It sounded a little interesting when it came off the cue.
Well, we can see this is not easy for him to reach this ball. He's holding the cue right at the back.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised he doesn't grab the extension. And didn't get a lot on it because of that.
This is going to be a tester now.
Oh, what a shame.
Kind of expected it to come though. When he didn't get on the 9 ball how he wanted. Just always felt like that miss could come. But so often when you miss a shot like that, the cue ball travels up the top end of the table. It always leaves a really tough shot coming back in. So low hole sum is not guaranteed here at all. If he misses this ball, he wants to overcut it. So the 9 finds the back rail again.
Whoa, he did not miss it at all. Hit that ball nicely. I think he knows that was a fortunate win. Should not have been at the table, but he'll take it.
Doesn't look happy, but
He doesn't, does he?
he should be happy.
Yep, 6-1. I'd be happy too.
Yeah, of course, these players, they're trying to play the perfect set. And when they do something that kind of spoils, it's okay to miss a bank or miss a long pot, but when it's an easy shot or an easy layout and you don't take that chance, it kind of eats away at you.
Not a great shot on the 1. You can see it at least, but gonna probably have to play a safety here.
Yeah, can he bank the 1 out of the way and leave the cue ball there? If you're wondering why low hole sums at the table, it's because it was an illegal break. He didn't make 3 points. They are playing the 3-point rule here, so you get a point for potting the ball and a point for breaking the kitchen line. So obviously he didn't achieve that. And that is to basically eliminate a really soft break.
Yeah, it is an interesting rule, right? We don't see too many soft breaks with the new Magic rack, right? I mean, people are generally trying to run out and pocket a couple balls on the break, but I do know why the rule's in force, and oh, looks like that 3-ball will hit a rail. Okay.
I think Lowe's going to look at just rolling the 1 ball up towards, I believe it was the blue 2. Yeah, just rolling it kind of up towards it, up to that side rail past it, and get the cue ball back down near this corner. Oh, you could see more of that 1 ball than I first thought, so that's okay.
Yeah, it just feels like half the match Dang's been having a kick. Hasn't been an easy one for him. There's a kick, and no, not bad. Could still see the 1, but not pocket.
Yeah, I think you'd be delighted the way them 2 have finished up. This is where the game can be difficult though. If there's no obvious shot on, doesn't look like there's an obvious safety shot, and the 9 ball looks like a big ball. Can he play the 1 into the rail and pop the 3? No.
Oh, but he's going to give it up there. All right. I've been saying Ding's been kicking all game, but here's his chance to run out. Wow. Did he? I think he snookered himself a little bit behind the 8.
Yeah, from the overhead, it looks like he can't quite see that potting angle. He could swerve it, but the problem with that is you might end up swerving and sending the cue ball in that top pocket. So, got to be careful here.
Wow, good shot. Just enough. What do you think? Rail first? No need.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of straight, so I think we'll see a rail first. Just try and get over above that 5. Oh, he's done well there. He's done well indeed. Dang, can you get back in this match? Or at least give Loho something to think about, because he's kind of gone off the boil the last 3 or 4.
He has. Yeah, this is Ding's chance, absolutely, to get back in this race.
Started off pretty quick out the gate, did Loho, but I don't know, he just seems to have fallen into a bit of a weird kind of state of mind. Maybe overthinking the game as well. I think he's okay in this match.
Does it ever happen to you by chance, Carl, or maybe any players where you have this sense of relaxation because your opponent's not playing well, so therefore I can maybe not play my best game, and I could, take my foot off the pedal a little bit?
I think it can happen. I don't think it happens with the top players. I think they just kill the match off. But I know I've been guilty of doing what you're suggesting, and then all of a sudden it's 6-4, and you think, I better switch back on here, and then you end up winning the match 9-5, 9-6. But it's just not a good attribute to have, because it's kind of like, why are you doing that? Why are you acting this way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's decided to put the cue ball on the rail. I don't think he wanted that. If the cue ball bounces off another 6 inches, this 9 is unmissable. Now and again, you will miss these.
There we go. All right. Ding Huang Hui on the board with 2 games to 6.
There we see the 1 ball on the spot using the template 3-point rule. You get a point for pocketing the ball, and you get a point for it passing the kitchen line. So let's see what happens on the break. Let's see if we can explain the 3-point rule in layman's terms. So he's made a ball, and you could actually see 3 balls have passed the line, the kitchen line or the balk line. They don't have to stay in that area, they just have to cross it. So if they go past the line and come back out, that counts as a point. So he's actually made 4 points on the break.
It's not a foul if that happens, right? It's just play it as it lies, correct?
Yes, if it's an illegal break, you have to take what the table gives you, but the incoming player can put you back.
Okay. They have the option.
Yeah. I mean, when I used to play, and I've played this rule, I was a fan of the rule because I didn't want soft breaking to exist. However, now I've gone on the media side of the world, I'm not a fan of the break. Just because I think if you're a casual pool fan and you're watching, if somebody breaks and a ball goes in the pocket and then they go and sit down and the other guy comes to the table, it's a bit like, what's going on here? What have I missed?
Mm-hmm.
And I think even though it's easy to us because we're involved in the game of pool, it might not be easy for somebody who doesn't know about the game to explain it.
Absolutely. I'm going to test your knowledge of the rule a little bit here.
Okay, here we go.
After an illegal break as of such, can you still do a push-out?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a tougher question than that. I thought, hey, look, you're going to stitch me up here with some brutal question. That was an easy one.
It's day one. Wait till day three. And then I might stiff you up with some harder questions.
Yeah, I don't possess to know all the rules, to be fair. I'm sure you can trip me up one way or the other.
No problem. In what year did this rule originate? All right, looks like a fairly open rack though from here on out. Should see a break and run from Loho Sam. 6 to the 8 doesn't look that big of a deal. 5 to the 6 certainly doesn't.
Yeah, in this alternate break format that we're using here at the Asian 9-Ball Open, you're not going to see too many matches from this type of scoreline reverse and come back. If you do, it is more than likely because the player in front has had a complete meltdown, which could have happened in the last match with Cope in hand, but somehow he managed to fall over the line. I did a little interview with him after the match and he said he felt a little bit sick, so...
Oh, is that so? Okay.
I don't know what page that's from out of the book of excuses, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, just as I talked about letting the foot off the gas a little bit, it looks like Loho Sam put the foot back on the gas here, and he is in charge of this break and run.
And there it is. It is 7-2.
2 racks to go. I'm sure that break and run feels a lot better than the previous couple racks he had. Back in front, back confident. Looking like he's ready to finish out the set.
Yeah, we were talking about the Mosconi Cup earlier on. Joshua Filler is the first player named for Team Europe. SVB, Shane Van Bonin. Of course, we know he would be in the team anyhow, but he's the first player named. Obviously won this year's World 9-Ball Championship, so he qualified on the rankings.
What a run that was too, wasn't it?
Oh, it was pure quality from Shane and such a great event.
You might recall the match a little bit better than I do, but I think he was down, what, 3 games to 10, was it? 3 games, and came back 8 straight games, I believe it was. I think it was against Mika Immonen.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's probably one of the most talked about matches
Yeah,
of this season.
absolutely.
And I've seen a few comments on social media about alternate break and winner breaks, but you wouldn't have that story in an alternate break match. It just wouldn't happen. And I know people say, oh, well, it wouldn't have been 10-3. Well, this match is 7-2 and it's alternate break. It does happen.
Fair enough, yeah.
And the next 2 players for both Europe and USA will be taken off the live 9-ball world rankings. And that will be after the conclusion of the 2022 US Open. So that is going to be a big tournament for some Americans and some Europeans who have never played in the Mosconi Cup, who are kind of in the hunt. You know, if they can go deep at the US Open and win some big prize money, they could be, you know, straight in there. So that event from the 10th till the 15th of October.
Anybody you're gunning for? Any dark horses maybe come to mind?
I think Sanchez Ruiz is going to make it. I think he's going to make the team. He's never played in a Mosconi Cup. If you've never played in one, kind of doesn't really matter what you've done all year on the pool table, because you haven't played in front of, you know, that many people in that environment. So it's always interesting to see a rookie and how they handle that atmosphere. Will it make or break them as a pool player?
Just as a spectator, I've been to my fair share of pool tournaments, and I've never seen an environment like the Mosconi Cup. So I can't imagine what a player is like for your first time playing in a pool tournament in that kind of environment.
It's pretty scary. It's a pretty out-of-body experience, let me tell you. And the worst thing about it is, actually, I say worse, it's good, but I mean, when you've never played in it and you experience it, it's when the floor manager comes down and tells you it's time to go, because the very first point is the team point. So you're all walking down as a team, the captain's there, and you kind of open the double doors to your practice room, and then all of a sudden you just hear the noise. You're like, okay, it's about to go down.
Yep. So as we're talking through the Mosconi Cup, we saw a real nice kick shot by Dang, but then he unfortunately missed the 2. Then Lo Hom Sum got an easy shot on the 2, but then missed the shape on the 3 and had to jack up over the ball over the 6, and unfortunately just missed that one. Left a hanger there for Dang Huang Hui now. So let's see if he can get out here. They're all there for the taking. Let's just see if he can finish it up and make this a 3-7 race.
I would like the cue ball to be way out near that corner pocket. I think it was a bit of a miss hit with the bridge.
You know, that's the second time he's done that with the bridge, where he just kind of babied the ball a little bit. Didn't really hit it fully.
And it was a nice recovery.
Jacked up a little bit here. Want to come back for the side. That experience you were talking about, what year was that, Carl? The Mosconi Cup?
But my first Mosconi Cup, I mean, that was 2010. My last Mosconi Cup was 2015. But you kind of never really settle. I was lucky enough to play in 4, and it was all pretty much out of body experience. You know, it's not something you really get used to.
Sure thing. Oh, good shape there for the 9. Well, it's not over yet, folks. 3-7. Dang Huang Hui's not giving up. Now without a fight.
A little like the previous match, this where Ko Ping Han seemed to have it all his own way and kind of handed rack after rack back to his opponent, and this has got a similar feel. I think in the end, Lo Ho Sum, it's not a case of if he's going to win this match. I think it's just a case of when and what scoreline.
It feels that way, that's for sure.
Lo Ho Sum will be breaking. Last time out, he had a break and run. Yeah, breaking down the middle, and this looks to be tasty, very tasty indeed. He's got a shot on this one. All the balls are split nicely as well. The 8 goes in both corners. The opening shot looks like it's going to be the more difficult one. If you look where the brown 7 is, that's not going to cause any problems to get on the 8. They're just all sat nicely, so this is the big shot really. If you get on the purple 4, well, you should be good to go and get on the hill.
Could be back-to-back breaking runs for him.
How's the speed of this shot?
Like you said, this is the shot right here. How he's going to get shape here. Beautiful. Very nice.
A little bit of a score update that's come in from the outside tables. Chang Yulong has beaten Naoki Oi 9-6. He will now play Jeffrey DeLuna. Jeffrey won 9-2 in his match. So the winner of Chang DeLuna will qualify.
Ooh. He knows he wishes he had that one back. It's a thin cut on the 5, but I feel confident Dang Huang Hui will be able to make this and get shape on the 6. It'd be interesting if he does. He might be able to get back in this race and make it a 4-7. I like how he's taking his time with this one. He knows how important this shot is.
Yeah, this is more than achievable.
Kiss it. That'll work. Yeah, it looks like he didn't think he can hold the 6 to get shape with the 7, so he wanted to hold the Q to get shape, so he had to go a couple rails to get behind the 7, and of course, unforced error there.
This one will cut in. He can play this in the top right. Cue ball's going to come round. He's got to watch for the scratch in the bottom right. Well, he can't see it. I thought he could see the point.
Oh, he's jumping.
Nicely done there, though, just to hold that cue ball.
Oh, wow.
Tricky position, this it really is. I'm wondering, can he bank the 6 back up table? He's not got a big margin for error for that shot, though.
There it is. Very nice.
Just fire the bank in like it's over the pocket.
I mean, if he's going to bank the 6 like that, might as well take the bank on the 7 right now and finish this rack out.
Dang has shown in this match he's not scared to go for them type of shots. I think that more suits his game. May play safe, but you can't play safe.
There we
after
go.
That shot,
Yeah, after that shot, you take it. Now this shot, he could play safe. I don't know. I could see him hiding the cue behind the 9. No, he's in rhythm. He's shooting this 8-ball on the side. There it is. Great shot. He's finally getting the stroke out a little bit. It is not over. 4-7. Dang Huang Hui is coming back.
Yeah, it's been a strange match. So Dang's taking a timeout. I don't blame him. He's kind of still in this match from nowhere as he trails Lo Ho Sum 7 racks to 4.
You think you know Singapore? It's time to reimagine.
You think it's all skyscrapers?
Then what's this?
And this.
And this!
You think it is one island?
Then, what's this?
And this!
You think we're a city that never stops?
Then what's this?
And this.
Singapore, you think it's a country?
A city?
An island?
Think again. It's so much more!
Welcome back. Lo Ho Sum leads this match against Dang Huang Hui 7-4, but he's 7-2 up, I believe he was in this match.
It was. Yeah, it was. Deng Wen Hui is coming back strong. You know, don't count him out yet, everybody.
There you see the pink break cue. I'm going to have to get myself one of those. If anyone in Singapore wants to donate one of them to me, I'll take it home.
He is breaking pretty solid. So don't mock the pink break cue.
Listen, if you pull that break cue out where I live, you're not going to live very long, put it that way. Does have a shot at this. It's a funny one because you can't hit it too hard.
I think if he hits this just right, he'll have a nice shot on the 3. There it is. He hit that just right.
Oh, this has turned into a very good chance now. Needs to pull the cue ball back far enough because he'll want to play the orange 5 in the left centre.
Just a little bit. There it is. We might see a break and run here.
Let's not get too giddy.
Hey, now. I got faith in Dang.
Commentator's curse and all that.
No, not this match. Not this game. He's got this. He's caught a rhythm. He caught a gear last game. And I think he's staying with it this game as well. There we go. He caught a gear.
Put a nice stroke on that. Got through the cue ball at ease. I think Dang thinks it's 30-second shot clock for the rack, not per shot.
Ooh. Look at that. He is letting the stroke go a little bit. There
Just
it is.
like that, we are now just 2 behind. Dang on 5, Lo Ho Sum on 7 from nowhere. This just didn't look possible. There's the schedule of play. If you missed our opening match, Chang Yulong won 9-2. Ko Pin Han struggled, but he won 9-7. The match we're watching now is actually 7-5 to Lo Ho Sum. What a match we have coming up. Lucius Yap, the local hero from Singapore. What a tough match he's got against the Filipino Johan Chua. That's coming up after this one.
That match is going to be good. I can't wait. Oasis and Johan Chua. It's going to be great. All right, let's see if Loha can come back, stop this onslaught, stop this run that Dang has been putting on. He doesn't have a great shot on the 1. But he's at the table, and look at that 2-9. It might be a race to see who finishes the 1 with the shape on 2. I think we're going to be extra cautious on the 1 ball because that 2-9 is sitting pretty.
Well, there was a little gap, wasn't there? So
yeah, exactly. I did not think the 1 went by the 7, but it did. And let's see if I called it. Let's see if he's going to take the 2-9. I don't see why not. Whoa, and the carom is there. You tell me if I'm wrong, Carl, but the carom looks to be there. And this could be a 6-7 race just like that.
Well, he's obviously disappointed with that because the shot on the one ball was tremendous.
I don't fault them for going for it, but you know, if you're gonna miss, you just don't want the 9 ball to still be in play.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell if he can squeeze that 9 ball in. If he can, it looks like he's got to just flick the 2. May have to play it with spin as well. That might help turn the 9 over a little bit. It's just so hard to tell from here.
He's definitely going for it. Let's see a little bit of spin. He's got it. We got ourselves a ball game.
That was,
yeah,
wasn't
no
it?
kidding. We got ourselves a match here, folks. Stay tuned. 6-7. Wow. Carl, did you see this coming? Did you see this happening?
No, I didn't. But what I have been impressed with Dang is a couple of racks. He's decided to just go for it, hasn't he? And he's gone out all attack, and I think that's what's made this comeback possible. And it is a comeback. Yeah, he might not go on to win the match, but 7-6. This is game on.
You know, to your point, it was that 6-ball bank that was tied to the 9. That was a phenomenal bank, and he decided just to go for it. Ended up baking the 7 as well and finishing the rack. And the demeanor on Loho Sam is quite the opposite. A bit frustrated with himself. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, from 7-2 up, he knows he's now under the gun, doesn't he?
And it's Dang's break, isn't it? Back to that pink break cue.
Yeah, that pink cue is working. It's working an absolute treat in this match.
Heck of a break.
Needs the 2 ball to stop or carry on because it keeps rolling. It's not going to be easy in the side, and just look at the cluster of balls. So this is not easy.
Now, he can't cut the 2. It's a very thin cut. Very thin cut. Now, and can he get back on shape for the 3 after the cut's the question. Very nice, and look at that shape.
Doesn't go up the rail, does it? Maybe it does, but you'd have to be right behind it.
He looks like he's going for it. Oof, he did. Let me tell you that. And the shape he would have had on the 4, he is really letting out the stroke, I'll tell you that. This is a different Dang than we saw in the first couple racks. I know he missed the ball, but I'm very impressed with how aggressive he's getting.
Yeah, it was just a shame he had to hit that ball so hard. Otherwise, it would have slid in, and it was a good effort.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll end up seeing a defense here. It's not exactly what Loho Sun was looking for. There it is. Just tuck that cube behind the 5, send the 4 ball down table. Nicely executed. It's just he'd prefer to be shooting this rack out and being on the hill.
Just got to hit this ball at this stage in the match, just try and hit the ball and hope it's your day. And he has.
And he has, yeah.
At least these have set up on the 50-yard line. What I mean by that is at least it's not just a stop shot to get to the 5. At least he's got to pot one in a blind pocket. Cue ball's floating over to the right. He's playing it in the top right.
Wow, nice shot. Carl, I gotta go back and rewind it. Was that an American football reference you just said? The 50-yard line?
I believe it probably was.
Wow. All right.
Not that I know anything about American football. I must have heard Double J say that in the comments box or something. He must be rubbing off on me. That's bad news.
Nice shot of 5. It's a little tricky one. He could be either on the right side or the left side of the 8 ball, depending on how hard he hits this. And of course the 9 ball's there just in case he lets the cue ball go a little too much. Oh, he played that smooth, a little bit behind the 8, but still a shot.
Yeah, I think he's lost the cue ball a little bit there.
A little bit.
If he can roll this cue ball through and just get the cue ball to hit just before the middle, that wouldn't be the end of the world. All depends on, well, he's jacking up, so he's spinning this
Round table?
cue ball round table.
Sure is.
Nicely done indeed. He's been under big pressure with these few balls. Couple of shots he's had to come with the goods. And it's this 9 ball to finally get on the hill.
There it is. All right, he is on the hill. Like you said, finally.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. This match had 9-1, 9-2 written all over it. But it's actually been Dang who's ended up coming with the goods and turned this into a bit of a match. I for one thought it was going to be one-sided.
It looked like that way from the beginning, right? It looked like it could have been one-sided. Loho could have ran away with it, but Dang never gave up. He made it a game, made it a contest. And not to say it's over, because it's not yet. But Loho Sum's got to feel good about having the break at the moment.
Oh, he's hit a good break here. This
Very
looks
nice.
like it's going to set up very nice. Look at the split.
3 balls on the break. Wide open rack. Well, I was hopeful for Dang, but this is a pretty good opportunity for Loho Sum.
You know, I always look at the ball that you're going to be playing to get on the 9 as well. And in this instance, it's the 7 ball, and just look where it is. It's just going to be a little stop shot to get on the 9. So the end of the rack is not going to cause any problems for Loho. So it's all about this opening shot, really. You get on the 3, you've won the match.
Probably not where he anticipated, but he can still avoid the side pocket and be fine for the 4.
Yeah, he can just kill the cue ball here. Could even send it twice across, but there's no need. You see, just kill the cue ball. This is why it was all about that opening shot, because now just look at the remaining 4 balls. This is just connect the dots.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the stop shot.
Yep.
Dang will live to fight another day.
I gotta say, I was really hoping to see that pink cue stick come out one more time, but
Maybe that will happen. It's not over yet. He'll go over to the left side of the draw, the loser's side. He will still be in this event, but this 9 ball, and it will be a relieved Loho Sum. There it is. He beats Dang Hung Hyoi 9 racks to 6. Loho Sum advances through to the next round. Up next on our feature table, well, this one is going to be an absolute classic. We have the Filipino Johan Chua, where he's playing the local favourite Alyosha Yap. That's coming up at 6 p.m.
don't go anywhere.